Thank you, Senator Merkley. Senator Duckworth.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I thank you and the ranking member for the topic of today's hearing. Assistant Secretary DeSombre, before I get to my question on scams, since I have you here, I wanted to take a brief moment to draw your attention to the many Americans, including my constituents, known to be detained and under exit bans in the PRC. I appreciate the State Department's long-running collaboration with my office on several of these cases, but I was disappointed that the White House refused to elevate these cases to the highest level during May's Trump-Xi summit. Before President Trump's September meeting with President Xi, I'd like you to provide my office with an update on how the administration is planning to raise these cases, including for my impacted constituents from Illinois, ahead of the next summit. Will you circle back with me and my team on our efforts to bring these Americans home?
Senator, obviously the detention and exit bans of American citizens in China and elsewhere is a top priority of the State Department. I commit that we will work with you on trying to elevate those.
Thank you, I appreciate it. I want to thank you for your personal engagement on the issue of scams, which have uprooted the lives of too many of our constituents, their families, and friends, as we've already heard. The law enforcement resources and training INL and others are bringing to bear on the issue are irreplaceable, especially in the greater Mekong region. I'm interested in the complementary work your Bureau is doing to keep that technical cooperation on track in the Mekong region, even when capacity gaps, political capture, or local corruption overwhelm our partners' willingness to solve the problem. How are regional mechanisms helping you keep going when bilateral work stalls, and what formats are you finding most useful for these conversations?
Thank you, Senator. Very good question, and we're working, obviously, as you indicate, both bilaterally and multilaterally. Mm-hmm. I was honored to host the senior official meetings on the U.S.-Mekong partnership, 6 weeks ago or so, in Jakarta, and scam centers were top of mind to all of the countries there. And so I think we're seeing a lot more increased attention in the countries of Cambodia, Burma, Laos themselves, because more of them, their own citizens, are being scammed as well. So we're working through MUSP, we're also working through ASEAN, and also working through APEC, I think, are the three sort of multilateral organizations that we're working through most closely. We also have stood up our own, as we mentioned earlier, this 13-member contact group, which includes many of the ASEAN members, but also many of the international partners of ours, to really try to focus on the enforcement and information sharing aspects of it.
Would you agree that in addition to what we've stood up ourselves, that our partners do like to talk together through trusted mechanisms like MUSP or ASEAN?
Yes, I do.
So knowing what you know now about the importance of regional forums for rooting out scams, would you recommend greater resourcing to EAP for multilateral engagements?
I think I'll understand we have substantial resources for those in general. So, I think the budget requests have been put in, but we definitely use those multilateral resources and are very significantly supporting ASEAN, APEC, and others.
Are you going to be the first administration official to come before this committee to say that you couldn't do better with more resources? You're not saying that, are you?
Somebody call the Guinness World Book of Records.
I was just going to say, I think this is your opportunity to say, yes, we need more resources. Look, we once had exactly those dedicated resources, right? Until Secretary Rubio callously eliminated EAP's Multilateral Affairs Directorate last summer. You're his eyes and ears on this topic, and everything you're saying reinforces his choice was wrong. I appreciate your candor, and I hope we can keep engaging and advocate together for resources that your Bureau deserves. And I know, I think you need more resources so that you can do a better job, and I applaud you for the work that you're doing, especially in partnership with the Thai policing forces. And as you're rightly recognized today, the problem starts in the Mekong sub-region, but it doesn't end there, and more we're seeing scammers expelled from Southeast Asia, setting up fresh operations in Palau, Tonga, Papua New Guinea, and beyond, where scams pose a fresh slate of challenges. Law enforcement departments are often smaller. Their critical positions are just one or few people deep in some of these nations. Mr. Bedard, I don't want to be caught up playing whack-a-mole for the next decade. What is the State Department doing right now to preempt the migration of scam operations?
Thank you for the question, Senator. And I want to briefly touch on your question regarding budget. INL's request for fiscal year 27 is $30 million over its fiscal year 25 request for the Southeast Asia region alone to address cyber scams. So we're certainly putting more emphasis and more effort in the region to address those concerns. INL has a global budget as well. We are working on this throughout the world. As I mentioned, we have active programs in Southeast Asia, Africa, South Asia, the Western Hemisphere, the Pacific Islands, and the Middle East. We're trying to meet this problem where we find it with the appropriate level of resources to stop the losses to American citizens.
But we've lost resources that was going to the Bureau for East Asian and Pacific Affairs, which could be an organization that helps with multilateral directorate relationships, right?
Well, I think as I've said before, the change in the structure hasn't affected our ability to execute on the mission within EAP.
Can you finish your answer, Mr. on what are you doing to prevent the migration of scammers to other places, especially the PICs?
We work with our foreign law enforcement partners across the world. What we are doing globally, we provide roughly $20 million in training and technical assistance on money laundering, cyber-enabled crime. We have a global law enforcement network that can embed U.S. cybercrime prosecutors in countries where this issue is raised. And we want to build that technical capacity so that these foreign law enforcement partners can work better with U.S. law enforcement, but also with other regional partners on this issue.
Thank you, Chairman.
I hope you enjoyed this video and you had everything in this video. Please, for more news, update like this, follow me on this channel by subscribing. Turn on the bell so that anytime I publish the next video, YouTube will publish my video to you. See you in the next one, and bye.